Oh boy. Ah. So I'm at a little bit of a predicament right now. About a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I finished one of the big milestones of the degrees. I did it. I was so happy. And, I cheered a little bit inside and finally felt like I was free and the shackles were let go of my ankles. Felt like I could fly. I feel like I could really conquer the world and the world was all mine. And, it was like, the world is yours, Chico, and everything in it. It's this weird point because not only that I finished, I was offered a job opportunity. Well, I was on trial, but the opportunity started to look very much like it is going to be mine. And the salary of it is quite handsome, especially at someone at a young age. It's nice to hear. But there's another part of it that really scratches my head the weird way. Because you'll tell somebody and they'll be like, why not go for more? Keep going. But then I sit there and I scratch my head. I'm like, but the whole point to keep going is to make more money, is it not? So if I find a way to make more money outside of what the degree would have offered, then what's the point of continuing? Because I'm already here. I could do what I'm doing here at a young age, work, grow, learn, use that information to now go to the next level. Now, of course, we can make the argument that going and continuing in school would give you a better opportunity of job security. Sure, a lot of people would fear that AI is coming, it's going to take a lot of jobs, and in some cases it is. But in a lot of other cases, people will rely heavily on themselves rather than use AI as a tool. They will just live in this hysteria and not actually do anything with it. But it's this weird crossroads. Part of you wants to continue, but another part of you is like, hey, I got this great opportunity here. Let me rock with this. And I'm at this point where it's like, yeah, I got this opportunity. I'm young. Let me rock with this. Let me ride this wave. Let me see what happens. Because if something doesn't go right, college is not going anywhere. It's not. They're going to continue teaching the same curriculum that's outdated. They're not going to change anything really about it. It's always going to be there. I can't stop thinking that the whole point of getting a degree is to get a high-paying job. So if you land a high-paying job with the skill that you taught yourself and you became proficient at it, then what's the point of continuing? And I say this because I had this conversation with my dad recently. And it kind of just like, dude, I kind of did it. I don't really feel the need to continue going on, but I also understand why you say job security. But there's a part of me that also believes that it's just fear that the same thing that happened to him might happen to me. But I'm like, Dad, look, I get it. But the cards that were given to me weren't given to you. It's different cards. I have different opportunities, different pathways I could take. And at the end of the day, there's a million paths to the top of the mountain, and I'm learning to choose mine. I'm learning to choose mine. And I think a lot of people are doing this. And it's summertime, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, if you do see this and maybe you're in the same spot, it's like, damn, I'm free. I can finally do this. But then it's also like, what the fuck now? That's the true truth. That's the true dynamic of what it feels like to graduate. What now? And even though I have this job going on and I have another job on top of that, but it's still the part of me is like, should I continue? Or should I just ride this wave, see what happens? Because I'm also a firm believer that everything in the end works out. Because it has to. It has to work out. And I have this absolute blind faith in everything that I do that some way, shape, or form, it will lead me to where I want to go. Because if I'm being honest, it's not this high-paying job that is the dream job. It's not the dream job. I think it's just a mode of transportation to where I want to go. And the ultimate job is to be a YouTuber. As crazy as it may sound, but I feel I want to be on the camera. I want to make entertaining content, and I want to make it feel like it's a show. For so long over my childhood and growing up, I've always watched YouTube and watched all these YouTubers, and they've made me feel seen and comforted and all these things. It's like I want to now be a place where people can come and watch me and maybe feel the same exact way that I felt watching someone else. That's always still the dream job. So all the jobs I've had till this point have just been allowing me to make some money while I try and pursue the thing that I actually want to do. But it's such a tricky place, and no one really gives you the best advice because it's all these different pieces of advice. Take the shot, don't do this, do that, do this, try this, think this, do this, I want you to do that. It's like so much, and it's like Bro, I just got this chance. I just got these shackles off. Let me breathe a little bit. Let me learn. Like, it's like a baby bird. Like, all this time, you go to elementary school, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you go to college. You're still a baby bird this whole time. You're still a baby bird. And now, once you graduate college, you're now learning and having to realize the fact that you can fucking fly. And that is a terrifying thing. And I don't think no one really understands that, especially like adults. They experienced it years ago. But it's like, hey, I just realized I have wings, dog. Let me like think and let me process which avenue do I want to go, right? I might fly over down to the north. Or I might sit down here in the south. I don't know yet. People may say, "Oh, well, I'm in your corner. I'm helping you through this," but it's still like you don't get it. It is so isolating because it's not the decision or the uh, beliefs that people give you, but or advice that people give you, but it's more of the internal dialogue that you have with yourself that is at the end ultimately making the decision. So it's very hard to kind of find and understand what it is that you want to do. But at the same time, and I said this before, I think I posted the short, I don't believe anyone is lost in life. I just believe that there are so many people telling you on what you should do and shouldn't do that it then becomes so confusing as to what is the right thing. And ultimately, if you're watching this, the right thing is what you decide. Not what someone else decides, not what your parents say, not what your friends say, not what your colleagues at work say, but what you decide. Because at the end of the day, this is your life and you're figuring it out for the very first time. And I'm saying this loud and I'm going to have to take my own advice on it, but this is your own life. And no one's walked this path because it's your life. And that makes you the author. So you decide what happens. You decide which path you want to take. If you want to continue going to school, go to school. But if you want to decide to take that leap of faith and see what kind of rocks, then dude, to go with that. I'm leaning a specific way. The decision hasn't been made yet, but I'm not quite finished. I have like an exam to take, like 80 question exam. I'm not in a rush for that either. I'm gonna be honest. I got to study for it still. But is college worth it? Sure, if you're going to be a doctor, go to college. You're not gonna check me if you haven't gone to college. But the things that obviously require a college degree, you gotta go. But internet has become such a great source of people being able to make businesses online and make more money per month than people make in a year. It's changed. It really has changed. And I know there's gonna be people that are saying like, "Yo, get a degree because it's gonna help with the economy." I'm not living with that fear. First of all, I am not living with that fear. I am not going to allow people to give me that fear of like the economy's going to shit. If the economy's going to shit, just make more fucking money. Yeah, what do you want me to tell you? You can't fix the economy. I can't fix the economy. So the only thing we can do is make more fucking money. So how do you make more money? Get good at a skill that becomes very easy to you to the point people want to pay because you're so damn good, but it's so easy that it doesn't feel like work. That's how you solve that. Problem solved. But it's just me spitballing. I'm probably gonna put this on the Yap page. That's probably where it's gonna go. Is this gonna get any views? Who knows? But if this resonates with you, holy cow, we're in the same boat. Welcome. We're friends. We're friends. We're in the same boat. We're doing this together. But I want to be the best that I can in this life, and I have to also do and take the path that I feel would ultimately get me there. I'm young. I have dreams. I have ambitions. And maybe at this point in my life, I feel so free that sitting down for another handful of years, continuing a college degree that may or may not benefit me in the future, it kind of terrifies me. Job security, I get it. But I also believe if you're really good at something, you have the evidence to show it. That's also job security as well. So, yeah, that's my little rant. You pave the road that you want to take. You're the author. You do all these things, but I just can't scratch my head but to think, what the hell now? I'm going to continue and take that offer, and I'm going to try that out. I'm going to see how that goes. If I go to college and continue it again, we'll see. But maybe God's watching over me, and he's like, it's about time. He gives me a lucky stretch, and he finally gives me my big moment. Maybe that happens too. But with that being said, I'm done with this little rant. I'm going to go eat and contemplate about what the hell to do with my newfound wings. And if you're newly graduated, congratulations. It's not a small feat. You've done it. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your summer. But also, take your time learning to fly. Because if you can do that, you realize you can fly a lot higher heights than a lot of people say you can. So, I'll talk to you guys.